Hey guys, it's Katie here with Life the Mundane and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm so glad that you have joined us. I am a second generation homeschool mom of 6 beautiful kiddos, and we on this channel are here to help you. Really, that's my primary purpose. I want to help encourage you in your biblical parenting, help you in your homeschooling, and share resources that will help you do both. Today just so happens to be one of those videos where I'm going to share a resource that's going to help you do both. And I'm really excited to share with you guys a little bit more about that. This is going to be a perfect addition to go into your morning basket time or just somewhere in your homeschool routine. And so let's get started so I can share all about it. All right, so I don't know about you guys, but I have been inundated by news feeds in my Facebook. I don't really watch the news per se, but I follow online and I get plenty of it through Facebook and other interactions. And it is depressing at points. It is hard to sort out fact from fiction. There are so many issues out there with our news system in today's world. And I don't have to tell you guys that. I think most people are aware of that issue. That being said, it's important to be aware and to teach our kids to be aware of the things that are going on in this world. I want them to be able to have conversations about the things that are going on. I want them to be aware and understand. So I want my children to become civically minded. And in order to do that, that starts way before the age to vote. So how do I do that? How do I get them that information and get them involved, get them educated without feeding them all the negativity and the garbage and the inaccuracies? How do I do that? I also had another problem that I wanted to solve. I wanted to give my kids a global perspective of the news and what's going on. Because as Americans, and honestly, as people in general with a sinful nature, we tend to be inwardly focused. We want to focus on ourselves and we kind of just shut our mind off to what else is going on in the world as a whole. We need to know what's going on in our world because we care about other human beings because they are created in God's image. We need to know so we can learn from them. We need to know so we can pray for them, be involved, and affect change even in other places. So I wanted my kids to have this global perspective, but I also want them to have accurate, factual information, something that comes from a biblical perspective, and that's not all negativity all the time. So where's a mom to turn? Seriously. Well, I'm excited because World Magazine, which has been around for many, many years, if you're not familiar with it, just came out with a new kids program called WorldWatch.News. And this is something that is actually pre-launch time. All right. It is launching August 10th, 2020. So that is just Monday. So a couple of days from the time I'm posting this video. And I want you guys to go check it out. I'm going to put links down in the description box below. No, I'm not getting paid to advertise this. This is just something we are using for our own homeschooling program. And I want to share it with you guys because I'm that excited about it. Before I jump into the details though, I do want to say if you stick around to the end of this video, I'm going to share with you guys how we're actually going to integrate it into our homeschool day. I also have a special deal for you guys, so be sure to stick around so you guys can get that. So what is WorldWatch.News? It's a daily news show for kids that's going to be released online Monday through Friday every single day, going to be sharing with your kids about a 10 to 11 minute segment or a series of segments on news stories of things that are going on in this world that come from that biblical base, that come from a sense of positivity, that acknowledge God and who He is. This is what's coming out, and I am so excited about it. Now, you might be wondering, Katie, how can you be excited about it if it hasn't officially launched yet? Well, I'm going to tell you. On YouTube, you can go to WorldWatch.News on YouTube and find a whole series all summer long. They have been doing mini segments of about 3 to 4 minutes long, and you can see a whole sampling of what their newscasts are like. They even have a few full-length featured episodes that you can also see so you get an idea of what the whole program is. Now, those are all for free, so please go and indulge and get excited about those resources. But I'm excited to have a paid subscription because I'll be getting those full-length newscasts every single morning to incorporate into our school day. You get a subscription for a whole year, or you can do a month, and I'll get to all those details here in just a second. But basically, these segments, the 10-minute segments, are comprised of 5, 6, maybe 7 small news stories here and there. And this is geared, they say, officially for middle school and high school age. However, my oldest is in 5th grade. I have 2 of the kids in 5th grade, and we have a 4th grader, a 2nd grader, and then 2 little ones. And frankly, they all love it. They say it's engaging enough for the little ones to want to follow along, and enough information for adults to enjoy it. I've learned quite a bit just watching through this summer, and so I'm excited to get into it more and become more socially aware myself. These news segments really focus on issues that are real. They will talk about things about the coronavirus or the upcoming election. They will be talking about those tough issues that do affect us day to day, but they also have lighthearted, fun interviews or information about things that are going on in our world. One of the recent ones that we watched was talking about the cathedral in Paris that had fire damage from last year's fire, and how the pipe organs were having to be cleaned, and how that process of taking it apart, cleaning it, restoring it, and putting back together would take 4 years. I had no idea that much went into it, but they explained all of that. They're also really good, and one of the things that I love about their news segments is that they mix history in with what's going on in the news right now. So they were sharing about the vice president campaign and how that works, but while talking about how Joe Biden is trying to figure out who his vice president candidate will be to run with, they also took the time to stop, go back in time, and tell them just briefly how the vice presidential candidacy, how that race has gone in the past, how it hasn't always been that they have a running mate, and that how it used to be that your opponent gets the would get the vice presidency, which led to a whole bunch of interesting conversations with the kids. Also, they went through some of the rules and roles of the vice president. I am excited about this program as is, but especially the fact that this is an election year and this is an opportunity to have a lot of great discussions in small, easy to bite off segments and chunks is a great opportunity to just reinforce what we're already learning this year through watching the presidential election. Now, you might be asking, if it's geared towards middle school and high school, will my kids be able to grasp it if they're elementary age? And my answer is going to be yes. I think they can. But here's my personal suggestion. Do with it what you will. What we like to do is we like to watch it on our laptop, and we will watch a segment, and I will just pause. If they're looking a little confused or unsure, or they have questions, we'll just pause it and take some time to talk about it. Perfect opportunity to pause and have these conversations about important things that are going on in our world. So how are we going to use it in our homeschooling? Well, we are going to be using it in our morning basket time, as my title suggests, and we are going to be incorporating it by doing it as the second to last thing that we do during the day. So our morning basket time, if you're not familiar with what morning basket is, you can go Google it. I promise you'll find way more information on it, but it's the idea of all coming together in the morning or at some point in the day as a family and doing certain subjects or books or activities together. And so we do our Bible time in the morning, we do scripture memory, and we sing a hymn, we read out of the Bible, we take some time to practice some memory work things. So it's a great time for that. We also work on our calendar time. Well, this year we are going to be adding as the next thing in the lineup, doing this WorldWatch.News. So we start the day in scripture, we ground ourselves on God, and then we move on to watching our WorldWatch.News, which comes from a biblical perspective, so it's great to follow up with. But we are going to then end after that segment with our ending and closing in time of prayer, because we like to start out before we go into our school day officially or into our other work. We like to close in prayer. And I was talking to a friend, and she was like, what a great opportunity to play this WorldWatch.News right before you pray, and then you can teach your kids how to pray for the world, how to pray for others. And I was like, that's amazing. So that is exactly what we're going to be doing. We are going to be watching the news right then, and then ending on the note of lifting up those needs or those praises to God. And I think it'll be such a neat opportunity to, like I said, not get them just globally minded, but understanding the global church, understanding the need for Christ in the whole world. And I think this is a great opportunity for kids to use this. Now, if you don't do a morning basket, you want to do it in the afternoon, that's fine. If you're not even homeschooled, this would be a great thing to do when your kids get home from school. Or maybe you are a classroom teacher. They actually have a classroom subscription available, so you can get that as well for your classroom, or maybe your co-op. This would be such an awesome thing, like I said, for a co-op, to have each family get their own subscription, have them watch it on their own, and then get together on Fridays or whatever day your co-op meets and have them discuss the news and what's going on. Like, that would be a great way, especially for middle school and high school, to incorporate this into their homeschool day. Now, when you sign up, like I said, you're going to get that 10-minute video every single day, Monday through Friday, for a 12-month period, which is awesome because you don't have to worry about, oh, it's the middle of the school year. Should I sign up because it's going to end in May? No, you're going to have access for that full 12 months. And if you guys sign up now, so excited to be able to share this deal with you guys. This is why I wanted to make this video before it officially launched. If you sign up before August 17th, you can get an entire year subscription for only $59.99. That means it's less than $5 a month, and that is really, really, really doable. It is a super amazing deal, kind of like the best deal you're ever gonna get kind of thing. And then if you don't do it by the 17th, which would be such a bummer, but I know some of you guys may not be able to catch this before the 17th, they are going to have it from the 17th through the end of August for $69.99. But then after that, starting in September and going forward, it's going to be $79.99. So you definitely don't want to miss out on this introductory deal. They do have a month-to-month option, which is $9.99 a month. You just need budget-wise need to do that. That's a great option as well. But I would encourage you guys to get in on the ground floor of this, get this deal, because I really do think this is investment in your kids' future. And I don't say that lightly. Like I said, this is not a paid sponsorship. This is like, I don't get anything if you sign up through these links. It is just me sharing something that I'm really passionate about that I think that would be helpful to you guys. And like I said, it helps in your homeschooling, giving you a resource for your homeschooling. And it's going to help you in your biblical parenting, because we've got to get our kids that biblical worldview. We have to help them understand how to take everything that's coming in from the world and filter it through the lens of Scripture to help us see the truth. And so that's exactly what we're going to be doing with this program. We're going to be talking about stuff in the world that's going on that may be difficult topics. We can take those difficult opportunities to follow up, to talk to our kids, and to help them to see that our God is still good. I loved the episode, like I said, the full-length episode that came out more recently. It was talking about how the economy is, tanking with COVID. That's how the news that I watch would have posted it. However, they went through and explained the process and how in reality, yes, it has gone down, and it's gone down to back where it was about 4 years ago. However, we still have enough. God has still provided, and God is still good, and there are still good things coming out of this. And I think it's not sugarcoating things, but it's not doom and glooming everything. Is that a word? Can I make that up? Anyways, all that to say, it is a really positive, uplifting, but very accurate news source, and I'm excited that you guys will get to check it out. Well, I hope you guys will stick around, subscribe to my channel, because I've got a lot of great videos coming up. We have next time on Wednesday, we'll have what we're doing for preschool, our preschool plans coming out. We have our homeschool room tour coming up here soon, as well as a bunch of other great, awesome content. So be sure to subscribe, give us a thumbs up if you've enjoyed this video, and comment below to let me know what you think of this World Watch News resource. And we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.